Oh, what are you doing there? I didn't even see you. Hey, while you're here, let's go check out some news. So let's go check this out. I pulled up a bunch of websites for us to check out. We got droughts in the west. We got floods in the east. Let's dive in and see what we can find. Mickey here, coming to you live from the tent. Now let's take a look at some of these news articles to show you what's going on in the world today. I've been kind of looking through, trying to find the information needed. I mean, we got droughts in the west, we got floods in the east, and it's crazy. So let's take a look at what we got and do a little research and see what we can find. Okay, so as you can see from this article from pbs.org, right now in California, thousands of wells are drying up. And if you look carefully at the article, it tells you about water stoppages right there in Tavistan, right outside of Fresno. No water. Water's gone, stopped flowing. Their taps have run dry. They got no water, and they don't really have any solutions to the problem. They're trying to figure it out, but they're drilling wells and not finding water. Well, does this set a precedent? Is this some type of phenomena that's very short-lived, or have we seen this repetitively over and over again throughout time? If you look at this article, you can see that in this particular area around Fresno, they're just not getting their water. They've already drilled wells, and they've been trying to drill wells for a long time. This is an ongoing problem, and they're just not finding water. Now let's see what else we got. Over here at the LA Times, it says right here in the LA Times that historic rainfall across California. See, this is something we need to talk about. Is this something that is a fluke or not? Let's find out, because it says right here in the LA Times. See, in 1862, this is before a large population of people kind of lived in that area, right? So it rained so much in California in 1862, it turned the entire Central Valley, that's a big area, turned it into a lake. And I've seen this, you can look this up yourself. It became the beginnings of a very large agricultural explosion in that area, because the whole Central Valley flooded. And now here comes the cattle. They bring them in, they're thinking, great, we're gonna be able to take advantage of all this wetness to feed the animals with hay and wheat and the things they need. So they kind of doubled down, because before this rain, it was already a drought. They lost a ton of animals to that. Then here comes this rain, and they flooded them out. Millions of cattle apparently died in this process. But the people of California, they tripled down at this point. And here we go. Next summer, drought. It was just a full drought. And it says right here in the article, if you look carefully, once fat cows begin to look like skeletons and seem unable to move far from the springs. That was just the beginning. Here come the grasshoppers. Smallpox wiped out a bunch of people, particularly the Native Americans. And here comes the Santa Ana winds and dried everything out. So it just became another hardship. And it shows right here, the drought of the past year had caused extraordinary hardship in the county. There is it's a precedent that's been set in the West that is feast or famine. And I hope that people are preparing, because let's take another look at the next article. This isn't over with yet. From CNN, let's take a look. As extreme drought grips California, making water increasingly scarce, thieves are making off with billions of gallons of water. We had talked about this in the last video. I'm pretty sure that this is going to become a bigger issue as time goes on. People will resort to criminal activity to make sure that they have what they need. As far as water especially, water is absolutely critical. So they're going to be fighting over this water if it continues to get worse. But it isn't quite over with yet. We can't just pick on California, because let's go take a look elsewhere. Minnesota. 72% of Minnesota is now in severe drought. This has been spreading. This is why they're saying this is historic. It isn't just another drought in California. This drought, which they're claiming is the worst in the last 1,000 years or 1,200 years, and it's going to be a very long drought. Whether that's true or not, only time will tell, but it is affecting Minnesota as we speak. That's a far cry from California. Just maybe we're going to get some relief. I kind of hope that we get some relief. I don't want to see people suffer. I'm just telling you so that you can possibly prepare and do what you need to do. They're already stealing the water and they're very concerned. But on the other side, here we go. Here in Arizona is now monsoon season. Are we going to find some relief? I really hope so, but check out this video.
Oh my God, you guys! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Coming in from CNN. That's what they're facing in Arizona right now. It's feast or famine for these people out here right now. These are the flash flood watch areas from Saturday or through Saturday. And these monsoons come in super fast and they just flood an entire area. It is expected to bring more than 5 inches of rainfall. Now, let's take a look at something completely different on the other side of the entire globe. Over in China and India right now, they are having huge flooding problems. And let's take a look at that to give you a perspective of how bad it actually is. From CNN, once in 1,000-year rains devastate central China. Flooding everywhere. And that's just one little clip. Record heat waves hit Western North America and deadly floods are sweeping through Germany and China. It is much worse in China than you realize. We have bridge collapses. We have people trapped in subways, and they have many people missing, many people dead. They're blowing holes in dams in China in order to relieve the water. It's so bad right now that they're actually having to, and they know they're doing it, they don't have a choice. They are blowing dams knowing it's going to flood downstream to try to save the dams from being destroyed. It's pretty bad right now with the amount of rain. If you remember from last year, the rain totals in China, in this area in central China, were very bad, and they had to do the same thing. This is the second year in a row. Over here at the BBC, it shows China floods, 12 dead. And I guarantee you it's worse than that. It's a much higher number. They're rescuing people by boat. As you can see from these streets, they're wading through. Subway rescues going on. Children being, here, you got to see this. Check this out. They're in their school and they're having to be floated out in buckets because of so much water. Now let's take a look over here at NBC News. This is India, the same region, 67 dead. And this has been pretty devastating for this area as well. The monsoons have come in. There are mudslides, as you can see here. They're rescuing people, digging people out. And it continues to get worse. It's not getting better yet. We haven't turned the tide. It's still getting worse. And there's going to be widespread flooding because the monsoon season has just started, just like here in America, but they're already inundated with water. Now let's take one last stop and take a look at the drought monitor so we can just have a quick recap. Now I've pulled this up to show you the difference from a year ago today. If you notice on the right, On the right is 1 year ago. And the drought monitor, pretty okay. But you look to the left over here and you'll notice how much more of the entire Western hemisphere here is under extreme drought. Actually, exceptional drought. This whole area around Nevada, Arizona, and even into Colorado and up into Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, North and South Dakota, this entire region is facing exceptional drought. So, I mean, it's pretty bad, right? And we got to hope that these people make it through it okay. All I can say is, once again, if you're in these regions, be careful. We're beginning to see the first steps towards people becoming thieves, looters for water. Water is always something extremely critical to our life, and people will go through any extent to make sure they have it. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Man, I hope everybody stays safe out there with the floods and the drought and everything crazy going on right now. I'm Mickey. Welcome back. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's keep on top of the news. All right? Thanks.